What's up, gamers? How the heck is everybody doing today? Today, in this video, I'm going to be discussing with you and sharing with you my 3 years of experience of content creation from everything I've done up to this point, whether it be fails, accomplishments, or more or less how I've gotten to where I am now, which we're at, roughly 4,000 subscribers on YouTube. We just started on Twitch after leaving Facebook. I had 9,000 followers on Facebook and switched to Twitch about 4 or 5 months ago, and we're at 1,300 followers on Twitch, averaging roughly between 40 and 80 viewers right now. So these are the things that I've always lived by as far as content creation goes. Obviously, before you even ever start creating content, you need to ask yourself a question, and that question is, am I doing this for fun, or do I want to do this to potentially be full time, right? Now, I'd say probably 50% of the people that say they do it for fun actually want to create content for a living. I mean, who wouldn't? Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to just sit here and play video games and blow people's minds with awesome content and educate more people and potentially get to the point where you can have charity streams and raise giant amounts of money for your favorite charities and stuff like that. That's my end game goal. I want to get big enough to where I can have an actual impact on things like cancer and infant loss and stuff like that. That's the biggest thing that drives me to continue growing, as well as being able to support my family and see my son every day, stuff like that. Anyway, I have a rule that I've always followed that I've called See-Threw's 3 C's of content creation. As of a month or so ago, I added another C, and I'll tell you guys what it is. So my three C's of content creation are um, content, consistency, creativity, and then I've recently added coffee because you need a lot of it. But as far as it goes, when I say content, so these are the 3 rules that pretty much I live by. So content, right? You need to get out there in the internet, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook posts, whatever it is that can get you potential audience. You need to focus on that. Like, say you're going to be a streamer, you need to make sure you focus more time offline on your stream than you do while you're streaming. The potential reach for whether it's Facebook or Twitch is trash. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Like, literally, the most success you're going to find is in doing actual video creation elsewhere. So content, 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 always, everywhere. I mean, get as much as you can a day. I personally, obviously, I'm full time as of now, have been for quite a while, but so I have a whole day's schedule laid out on what I can do, what I do. Try not to waste any time. I put out at least 1 or 2 YouTube videos a day, full length, 30-minute YouTube videos a day, as well as shorts from the previous night's stream. I post the shorts on YouTube Shorts, Facebook, as well as TikTok every day, always getting out there. Currently, well, not currently, but anyway, the second C is creativity. You have to find something inside of what you're doing that is a niche, right? Everybody always talks about a niche. Every one of these videos is, oh, you got to find a niche. You got to find a niche, which is not lying at all. That's a 100% true thing. But your niche isn't technically considered. You have to find a game, and you have to stick to that game, which technically you do have to stick to that game for a while. But you have to find a game you enjoy, and then you have to put your own twist on the content. You have to come up with an individualized way to present that content. For instance, back when I was on Facebook, I was the Mario Minecraft guy. So everybody played Minecraft, but I was the only guy that was focused hardcore on doing Mario design builds. I tried to tie into that nostalgic feel for, gamers around my age that might have played a lot of Mario or retro games when they were a kid. So I was always building some sort of nostalgic Mario thing. And there was at one point that was working really, really well for me. We had peaked out around 1,000 viewers on Facebook Gaming. It was quite the experience, but unfortunately, they changed a lot of stuff, and Facebook gaming went from probably the best platform as far as reach and hooking up with people and meeting new people to literally nothing. I don't know why they threw it, but just like, throwing a football game, they literally threw content, honestly, in my personal opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much my example of a niche, right? Like, you're going to find a game that you enjoy to play that you can play for very long periods of time, whether it's a game or just a category. Recently, I've switched to a category, but also with heavy emphasis on one specific game. But for those that don't know, I'm the survival gamer guy, right? So all the survival games, Subnautica, Valheim, Grounded, uh, any survival builder crafter, that's pretty much what I focus on. I focus on those specifically because they're really easy to make content for. Simply because tutorials, everybody's always looking for how to get this, how to get that, how to do this, how to do that. When it comes to YouTube content, that's huge for recognition, because you got to think about, put yourself, you just started a new game. What do you go to YouTube and type in, right? Start making a list of everything you type in whenever you're playing a new game. If you're obviously looking up YouTube stuff, ask your friends, like, what does your YouTube search history look like with this specific game? And start making videos in conjunction with that. You can't be afraid of. So say I want to make a grounded video about how to carry maximum grass blades or whatever. There's a way on grounded where you can carry 22 grass blades. There's 100 videos out there that tell you about this, and a lot of people know about it, but you would not believe the percentage of people that don't know about it. So make your video, put your own twist on it, edit it or don't. I've got people that love edits that I've got people that would much rather just have the raw, unedited content. So you just have to find what works for you. Post a ton of content and look at what sticks. Look at your thumbnails. Like, your click-through rates are the most important thing for YouTube content. If you're not getting high click-through rates, which I'm typically between 10 and 20% click-through percentage, which obviously could be a lot better, but at the same time, when you're looking at a screen with, say, 15 options on it, 15 different thumbnails, and 15% of those people are clicking on your video, that's a pretty good percent chance, honestly. So click-through rate is huge, engagement's huge. Make sure if you ever make any TikToks or YouTubes or anything, you're asking people for likes, comments, follows. A lot of people don't like that kind of thing, but you have to do it because, I mean, me personally, I watch TikToks. I don't ever like them because I only like specific ones that I want to go back and look on my feed and be able to find them. But if I sit there and like every video, then I'm never gonna be able to find the ones I actually wanted to go back to. So make sure you ask and engage for those certain things. Like, make sure you subscribe. Put your Discord and your Twitch in your bios, stuff like that. I'm literally rambling. I hope someone's actually getting some sort of information out of this. But I can do a whole nother video on how to create YouTube content and how to be successful with YouTube. Guys, we've been on YouTube for like 4 months, and we're already at over 4,000 subscribers, almost 4,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of the month. But yeah, and I've never made these kind of videos either. I usually do gaming content, but I figured I've had a lot of people ask me, seethrew, how do I stream? How do I do this? How do I do that? So I figured I'm going to start up some videos. I might need to start a new YouTube channel to make these videos, but I'm going to try not to, because I'd rather just have everything in one spot if it's possible. But anyway, the last C is consistency. You have to have a schedule. If you have a really shitty schedule at work, like say you work morning to noon, and then the next day you work noon to night or midnight or something like that, or you work overnights or something, you have to find somewhere in there to get a legit schedule established. So before I became full-time, I worked 9 to 5. Actually, I guess it was 8 to 5. But I would come home. I would go straight to the gym from work, and I would leave work at 5. I'd leave the gym at 6. I'd get home by 6:15 or so. I would look at what homework I had for the night, because I was also doing college classes. So this is like the reason, like, there's no excuse not to be able to actually sit down and create content, because a lot of people are like, man, I'm going to school, I got a full-time job. I go to the gym. I did all that. That was where I started. I literally started right there for about a year straight. I would come home. I would look at what homework I had to do. I would get college classes done. I would tuck my son in, or I would cook dinner, tuck my son in. Boom, 8 o'clock. 8 to 11 has been my schedule for freaking ever, and like literally for 2 years at least. Every night, I've never missed a night. I'm always there. I don't want people to forget about me. You don't want people to forget about you. You want to be their Jerry Springer show late at night. You know what I mean? You want to be their go-to every time, make them obsessed with you. So if you ever do miss a night, they're like, "Where is See-Through? Where are you at?" Schedules are absolutely huge for that reason, and also because notifications, whether you're on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube or anything like that, are a little bit sus, right? Like they work sometimes, they don't work sometimes. Sometimes people get a notification while they're cooking or something and they'll forget about it. Set a schedule, dude. One thing I have not done is set a schedule for posting YouTube videos, which is probably a really good idea. I always schedule my videos because I want to make sure they're in high quality before I upload them. But as far as I post at 12 o'clock every day, that should happen. I should do that. What am I doing? Why am I not doing that? Anyway, um, so for the people that say like, "Oh man, I want to make content because I just want to like, be a billionaire and wipe my ass with $100 bills," and it's not that way, man. You'll have good months, you'll have bad months. You'll have months where you make a couple $1,000. You'll have months where you make $100. Like it's all over the board. You have to live life like you're a waiter, or a waitress, a server, because you never know what kind of tips you're going to get. You never know if people are going to be generous enough to help you out and see your passion and your hard work and dedication. And some months it's awful, and some months it's really really good. You gotta live 3 months in the past at least. You gotta live 3 months behind. That's what I've come to notice. You gotta have money in the bank. If you ain't got money in the bank, you can't be a full-time content creator, because you will seriously have months where, bro, I made like $4,000 this month. It was crazy. And then, you make like $100 the next month, and then you're screwed on bills and everything. But I digress. I hope that this video can help out at least one person. At least one person, man. If it's helped you out at all whatsoever, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know. That'll motivate me to make more of these. I would love to actually break down each individual aspect, but this is just kind of a rough draft overview of what I've done up to this point. Like I said, I've streamed on Facebook for almost 2 years, and I went through things like I started with Minecraft, I went to Apex. Apex was cool, but my niche in Apex was I started hosting 1v1 tournaments in the firing range, with like a crazy announcer voice, third person, just up top watching people annihilate each other. That was really good for a while until we started to get cheaters. We started to get cheaters that joined in on tournaments, and there was nothing I could do about it. And it was cash prizes that I was paying out of my pocket with no entry fees or anything like that. So it got a little bit out of hand. But back then I was getting up to like 30, 40, 50 viewers at a time, which was huge for me back then, because I was normally averaging around 5 to 10 at the most. So that's another example of a niche, right? You have to find something you love doing, Apex, and you have to literally create something around that game. Currently, I'm playing Grounded, and Grounded has done wonderful things for me right now. Obviously, it's a very popular game. It's on Game Pass, Xbox, PlayStation, PC. That helps as well. You're playing a game that's all over the place. It really does help. But like I said, I could sit here and talk about this all day long. But if you guys want a specific subject, how to create thumbnails, how to make engaging content, how to do like a script layout for a video, anything, man, I got you. You want streamer tips? I got lots of streamer tips. I've got lots of engagement aspects. My stream is probably one of the most engaging streams out there as far as things that people can control and do. I've got tons of ideas. So if you guys want some more videos like that, let me know specifically what you want in the comments, and I will make sure that I make that video. And hopefully like I said, hopefully this at least helps out one person, motivates one person to start streaming. It takes some serious work. It takes some serious work. I stream 3 hours a night every night, and I literally wake up. I take my kids to school, or I take my kid to school, take my wife to work, get back home about 9 o'clock, and I sit here and I constantly think, what can I do to become better? I start overanalyzing all my previous stuff. I look at it, how good did it do? It didn't do too well, or man, it did great. So let's do more of that, and I just sit here and I make content all day long. It's literally a 14, 15-hour day for me as far as creating content goes. And a lot of people look at that as, oh, he's just wasting his time sitting on his butt. He's doing this and that. And then it's just a big waste of time. And you could be out working. And I'm here to tell you it's starting to pay off. It's starting to get to a point where all of my hard work up to this point is really working very well for me. So you guys could do it, man. I believe in you. But like I said, you're not going to be wiping your butt with $100 bills right off the bat. But if you want to do it, keep your mind to it, stay motivated, and I'll help you out as much as I can. You guys take it easy. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.